In this video, we'll be talking about how you can make $10,000 in the stock market right now. So first of all, you have to hold a lot of cash. I made this mistake myself not too long ago. I had everything invested and then suddenly deals came flying my way that were just so incredibly good. And I was just like, what do I do? How can I sell this weird thing? Can I sell this to get a little bit more money so I can invest and get in on these deals? And I'm telling you, that is the worst feeling. Cash is great to have on your hand because when we're in times like this, we just saw inflation numbers come out and suddenly the market started crashing. I'm sure that next month when we see the inflation numbers from July, we'll get shocked again and people will start panicking, selling, and we'll see somewhat of the same thing that we just saw. So a couple days ago, because of these inflation numbers, we saw a complete crash. The Dow went down 2.5% in one day. S&P went down like 4 days in a row, down 1.5% every day. So you already know what you should have done, and that is of course buy the dip, because now it's heading back up. Some of these stocks are recovering so insanely fast. Look at this company right here. I've talked about it before, Voyager Digital. It's a crypto exchange app that has got a lot of nice features. Look at today, 15%. At one point it was at 23% in the green in one day. I actually wanted to buy this stock 3 days ago when it was 25% below what it is trading at currently, and I had absolutely no cash on hand because I had invested it all, and I am regretting it very badly right now. It's stocks like this one that you just really want to throw your money into. And don't worry if you didn't buy the dip, because I think that there will be dips, many more dips to come in the near future because of these inflation numbers that will come out every single month for the month before, and then people will be shocked again. Inflation will not stop now, and the thing is, people can just read the Fed is saying that over the next 6 months we're going to have a lot of inflation, but people, they're shocked every time they actually get that information backed up. Then they start panic selling. So that is where you gotta be ready and gotta buy in. So that is the first thing that you'll have to do. Just don't buy stuff without researching it. Really get to know the company. Have a big watch list of stocks that you want, that you're interested in, and that the business model is looking great. And if suddenly they're just tanking because of these inflation numbers, because of some weird reason that is causing the whole population to panic sell, then I'm heading in with my big cash. This next thing right here will realistically enable you to 5x your returns in the stock market. So what is it? A lot of people, when they get into the stock market, they start buying Tesla, they start buying Apple, Alphabet, Facebook, Amazon, all these huge companies. And these companies are great. The reason that they are so big in the first place is because of their business model and their business in general. But the thing is, these large cap companies, $500 billion, $1 trillion, $1.5 trillion, $2 trillion market caps like Apple. The thing with those companies is that they're great, but you're not going to get the highest return from those companies. Apple will not double in price just like this. Apple would have to go from a $2 to a $4 trillion market cap in order to make 100% returns for the investor, because when the stock price doubles, the market cap doubles. And the thing is, it's not as easy to double a $2 trillion market cap like it is to double a small cap stock. $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion, $10 billion market cap. They can double so quickly. It's amazing. And combined with that, the average PE ratio for the large cap stocks are so much higher than in the small caps. That means that large cap stocks are in general right now much more overvalued than small caps and mid caps for that matter. This is the forward PE ratio for the S&P 500. We have large caps right here. It's pretty much the highest it has been for the last 20 years. Mid caps, okay, it has been higher in 2015 and really right here, right? But look at the small caps, look at the valuations. They are so much cheaper than all of the other kinds of stocks. That means this is where you have to look at deals. This is where you will find undervalued stocks. In my opinion, this is where money will start flooding towards, when people start realizing that, oh my god, Why have we been only looking at these large cap companies? That is why I don't think it's a great idea right now to buy the S&P 500. Why buy those? Why not go in and find the best deals in some small cap stocks and pick 20 stocks and just start investing in them? Great idea if you ask me, because you don't want to just buy the most expensive stocks that you possibly can find. And that is basically what you're doing if you are investing in the S&P 500 right now. You're just investing in the top 500 most expensive and overvalued stocks in the American market. And you know this, when you invest in a more expensive company that is more overvalued, well, then you take on more risk. Combined with the fact that we all know small cap companies are much more likely to double or triple than large cap companies that already are huge. So that is why really the small caps, you just have to go in, see if they are profitable, having a good growth quarter over quarter, year over year. Are they growing their revenue? Are they growing their margins? That means that they're actually expanding and they can produce their product service cheaper. You have to look at the balance sheet, have to look at the business model, find small companies. I know that people say stay away from stock picking, but right now it just makes much more sense. So at this point you can probably see where I'm going with this. And buy small caps, $500 million market cap to a 10 billion, 20 billion, you can go 50 if that is what you like, but that is not really a small cap anymore, that's a mid cap. And you know, the biggest market capitalization I've got in my portfolio right now is a $50 billion market cap. So I'm buying the small stocks, and I'm getting the good deals right now and some cheap valuations. The companies that I'm buying right now are 70, 80, 50% undervalued. And the stocks that other people are mostly buying right now, Apple, Google, Facebook, they are like 10, 20% overvalued. You can still find some good deals in the large caps, but it's just so much harder. And plus, most of the large cap companies like Netflix and Apple, they've got so much growth last year because of the pandemic that they have basically emptied a lot of the market. I most certainly do not see Netflix growing their subscriber base a lot this year, because everyone that wanted to get Netflix got it last year. Everyone that wanted to get a MacBook to work from home got it last year. So really, these crazy amounts of revenue increase we have seen on some of the large cap companies, really, in my opinion, they're just temporary. But now we have earnings season, so let's see where it goes, right? The reason that these small cap companies are so undervalued is because the hedge funds can't get into them. The hedge funds are not interested in buying these small companies because they can't, because there's a daily trading volume of $1 million and they want to throw in 1 billion. That is just not possible. They just can't. There's just not enough stocks changing hands in a day for them to kind of open their eyes for it. They know these stocks are here. They know they have crazy good valuations. And that's why you have to use your advantage. And that is that you are broke. That you have got no money. At best, you have maybe 10, 20, 50 grand saved up. And it's so much easier to get 3-figure returns on $50,000 than it is $50 billion. Trust me on that one. That is the same thing that Warren Buffett says. He has a hard time just making 5, 6, 7% a year in return. And when he was young, he made 50 a year, no problem. It isn't always easier just because you have the more money. But if you start looking in this area, then you'll be so surprised. I started not too long ago doing this. And I'm just finding good deal after good deal after good deal after good deal. And when you're doing that, then you can easily diversify as well. You can just diversify because you'll find so many good deals in these small cap stocks that it will be no problem finding 20, 50 stocks. With that said, have a great rest of your day. Peace.